Since ancient times, we've tried to explain numerous miraculous things that exist on our planet. The majority of such things are now explained scientifically. However, there are still some phenomena that are hard to believe. Number 10, the boiling river. For centuries, Peruvian locals have talked about a river in the Amazon that burns so hot it can kill. With a maximum temperature of over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, the boiling river is not quite at boiling point, but it's hot enough to poach your egg and kill anything that falls into it. The boiling river is in the central Peruvian Amazon, in the middle of a low jungle. From Lima, it's about an hour's flight to the city of Pucallpa, the largest city in the central Peruvian Amazon. The boiling river's local name is Xinetepimxca, translating to the river that is boiled with the sun's heat, with local shamans believing that the boiling river is birthed by Yucamama, a large giant serpent known as the Mother of Waters. The river, with the width of a 2-lane road, is heated to an average of 186 Fahrenheit across a 4-mile-long stretch. Imagine the immense heat required to maintain such a large volume of water at near boiling temperatures. The near boiling temperatures cook small animals in seconds, littering the riverbed and slopes with cooked remains of unfortunate animals. The most puzzling part was the sheer size of it. Hot springs aren't uncommon, and thermal pools get these temperatures in other parts of the world. But nothing even comes close to the scope of this river. It's up to 25 meters, 82 feet wide, and 6 meters, 19.6 feet deep, and runs burning hot for an incredible 6.25 kilometers, 3.87 miles. Add to the fact that the river is around 700 kilometers, 435 miles, from the closest volcanic system, and the temperature didn't make any sense. In fact, it's the only river of its kind anywhere in the world. Number 9, Planet 9. Could an enormous world be lurking in our midst? Astronomers are increasingly sure that there is a 9th planet orbiting the Sun, far beyond Neptune, a so-called Planet 9. It will be the first time that the roll call of the Sun's orbiting worlds has been tweaked. When Ceres, the most massive asteroid in the solar system, was discovered in 1801, it was initially classified as a planet but later downgraded. Pluto was also admitted to the Planet Club upon its discovery in 1930, only to be asked to leave in 2006 and relegated to dwarf planet status. The first clues that there is yet another member of the Sun's planetary fraternity came in 2014 when American astronomer Dr. Scott Sheppard found a small dwarf planet candidate called 2012 VP113, orbiting an average of 250 times further from the Sun than the Earth. Its elongated orbit, which is significantly tilted relative to that of other planets, immediately stood out. While a few unusually aligned objects could be dismissed as an unlikely coincidence, now a total of 10 have been discovered, mostly thanks to work by astronomers Dr. Mike Brown and Dr. Konstantin Batagin in the California Institute of Technology. With all these objects sharing similar orbital properties, the chances of their alignment being a fluke drop to just 0.0001%. The leading explanation is that there is an otherwise unseen planet hurting these objects with its gravity. Sheppard was 60% sure that a 9th planet existed back when he found 2012 VP113. Now he says he's 85% certain. Yet for the planet to be acting in this way, it would have to be 10 times more massive than the Earth to take at least 10,000 years to orbit the Sun and sit over 200 times further out than our planet. This enormous distance makes hunting it down and photographing it tricky. For us to see Planet 9, light has to trek out there from the Sun and almost back again, fading all the while. But astronomers have been able to narrow the search using several clever shortcuts. If Planet 9 were in those areas, then a probe would have picked up with small gravitational discrepancies. Number 8, YONAGUNI submarine ruins. In the southern coast of Yonagu, Japan, lies submerged ruins estimated to be around 10,000 years old. The site's origin is hotly debated, with many experts arguing that it's human-made, while more conservative scientists insist it was carved by natural phenomena. The unique and awe-inspiring site was discovered in 1995 by a diver who strayed too far off the Okinawa shore and was dumbstruck when he stumbled upon the sunken arrangement of monolithic blocks, as if terraced into the side of a mountain. The structure sparked instant controversy and attracted crowds of diving archaeologists, media, and curious hobbyists, none of whom could ascertain its identity. Later in the following year, more serious attempts were made to gather data and map out the structure. The process revealed many surprising findings, including what appears to be a massive arch or gateway of enormous stone blocks, which seem to fit perfectly together. Right-angled joints, carvings, and what appeared to be stairways, paved streets and crossroads. and a grand staircase leading to plazas surrounded by pairs of towering features resembling pylons. Researchers are continuing to investigate these unique and perplexing underwater worlds with regards to how they relate to our ancient past and to unravel the mysteries surrounding their true origins. Number 7. Amazon Rainforest Geoglyphs. Hundreds of circles in the ground of the Amazon rainforest that date back thousands of years have been discovered, but scientists don't know what purpose they served. The Amazon rainforest has long been thought of as a pristine ecosystem untouched by humans before the Europeans arrived, but new research shows that people manipulated the landscape centuries before their arrival. Modern deforestation in the Amazon led to the discovery of more than 450 geometrically shaped ditches, known as geoglyphs, which occupy roughly 13,000 square kilometers in the Acre state of Brazil. These circular geoglyphs went unnoticed for centuries because they were covered by trees, and years of deforestation in the region made them visible from the air. Researchers say they aren't sure what function the geoglyph served. Archaeologists didn't find enough artifacts to determine if it was a village, and the geoglyph's design makes it a defensive or military purpose unlikely. Number 6. A frozen girl. On a chilly night in Minnesota, a girl found herself seeking shelter in 22 below zero temperatures after her car skidded off the road into a ditch. Within her view, Jean Hillard saw a farmhouse. Grabbing her mittens and coat, Jean made her way through the icy gravel road. Unfortunately, the farmhouse was empty, and the one next to it was also. She also saw a house not far away and thought another 2 miles wouldn't be so bad. Jean's body was found only 15 feet away from the door of the third house Jean attempted to contact. Her body lay frozen in the snow. Wally Nelson, the owner of the house, found what he thought to be her corpse. Nelson described her face as ghost white and her body as stiff as a popsicle. Unsure of what to do with her, Nelson suddenly heard a slight moan coming from the girl's body. Without hesitation, Nelson carried Jean's frozen body into the back seat of his car. It looked like Jean's frozen body had a slim chance of surviving. Her body temperature couldn't even register on the thermometer. Doctors said her pupils were dilated, her eyeballs were completely frozen, and not only that, but her feet were crystallized into the shape of her winter boots. The medics couldn't find a pulse, let alone blood pressure, because it was impossible to find a vein in her body. George Sather, the doctor, said he wasn't sure if she would survive, but couldn't give up on her since he also heard a faint moan. Unsure of how much longer she had left, he proceeded to wrap Jean's frozen body with an electric heating pad that was circulating with 102-degree water. Also, giving her oxygen, the heating pad was removed when her temperature finally reached around 98 degrees. Miraculously surviving the intense frostbite, it did seem that Jean would be forced to have both legs amputated after defrosting. Believe it or not, Jean made a full recovery, and there was no sign of any damage. Number 5. The ghost ship Carol A. Deering. Nearly a century after she was discovered, hulled around aground on the treacherous rocks of Diamond Shoals with her crew vanished, the story of Carol A. Shearing remains one of the most famous ghost ship tales in maritime history, and the speculation continues to this day. A 255 feet long, 44 feet wide, and weighing 1,879 tons, the Carol A. Deering was, by all accounts, a huge cargo ship, and she was in excellent shape when she set sail for Norfolk, Virginia on August 22, 1920. On board was an experienced captain, a crew of 10 men bound, and a cargo of coal bound for Rio de Janeiro. They were reported delivering their cargo a few months later and began their journey home in December. On January 29, 1921, the Carol A. Deering was spotted by a lightship keeper aboard the Cape Lookout lightship in North Carolina. The Carol A. Deering hailed the lightship, and a crew member reported that the ship had lost its anchors. The lightship keeper would later testify that the Carol A. Deering crew appeared to be milling around suspiciously on deck. 2 days later, on the morning of January 31st, a member of the Cape Hatteras Coast Guard station spotted the abandoned schooner aground on Diamond Shoals. Her sails were still set and her lifeboats were missing. More worrisome was that the crew was nowhere to be seen, and it appeared as if they all left in a hurry. The galley was full of food, the logbook was absent, including personal belongings, the anchor, and navigation devices. The steering control was also broken. At the end of 1922, the investigation was stopped without any official conclusion. Number 4. Devil's Kettle Falls. The Brule River goes about its usual river business winding through Minnesota, but while traveling through Judge C.R. Magny State Park, it takes a very strange turn. Over the course of 8 miles, the river drops 800 feet in elevation, forming several waterfalls along the way. At one point, a sizable jutting rock formation splits the river, resulting in two waterfalls. One side does the typical waterfall thing, but the other side falls into a hole known as the Devil's Kettle, and then it just completely disappears, a mystery that has been baffling visitors and scientists for ages. Common sense would suggest that the water reappears somewhere in nearby Lake Superior, but researchers have tried every trick to locate the missing water, including dyeing the water and adding ping pong balls, to no avail. Number 3. Crooked Forest. There was a crooked man, he walked a crooked mile, but did he walk in the crooked forest? This groovy grove of trees in West Pomerania, Poland is a weird wonderland of some 400 pines that took a definite detour in the old growing straight as a tree outline. Nobody has any idea why. Adding to the mystery is that they are part of a larger forest of normally unswerving pines. What is known is that they were likely planted in the 1930s, and whatever caused them to waver in their sky striving happened when they were 7 to 10 years old. Theories abound, but until trees can talk, we may never know the real story. Number 2. Bigfoot. For decades, large, hairy, man-like beasts called Bigfoot have occasionally been reported by eyewitnesses across America. Despite the thousands of Bigfoot that must exist for a breeding population, not a single body has been found. Not one has been killed by a hunter, struck dead by a speeding car, or even died of natural causes. In the absence of hard evidence like teeth or bones, support comes down to eyewitnesses' sightings and ambiguous photos and films. Since it is logically impossible to prove a universe negative, scientists will never be able to prove that creatures like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster do not exist, and it is possible that these mysterious beasts lurk far from prying eyes. Number 1. Star Jelly. Reports of globular blobs falling from the sky and plopping into fields and meadows dates back to at least the 14th century. Also known as astral jelly, star shot, and star sludge, folklore explained the curious goop as a substance deposited after meteor showers. If not frequent, reports of the mysterious goop occur with a surprising degree of regularity. But nobody can say for sure what it is, as it dissipates relatively quickly after it appears, and analysis has been challenging. Speculation has ranged from paranormal to unknown fungi or slime molds to something of an amphibious nature, but no concise identification has been confirmed by science. Thanks for watching. Leave the comment down below and let us know what's the craziest thing in this video. Don't forget to subscribe for new and upcoming episodes.